Hello and welcome to week, I think, 7 of the M&T podcast. This week we are at our brand new home in Ibiza and it feels so good to be sat outside in the sun. We talk about a lot of things this week, don't we?
Well, it feels like we talked about a lot, but I think we mainly just talked about the fact that we live in Ibiza.
Yeah, but we also had a bunch of questions.
Lots of questions
which
this
was
week.
Amazing from our friends and family and listeners. We talked about Tequila, we talked about our new house, we talked about Ibiza, we talked about missing things from Dubai and our new tattoos.
Yeah, we talked about tattoos.
So
There's
yeah.
apparently an elephant in the room. Or a T-Rex in the room.
So we fuck's sake. So we hope you enjoy this week's podcast. We love making it. Please let us know that you're listening and we'll see you
Enjoy
in the episode.
It's a good one.
It's so good. Let's
see
go.
you in there. Bye. I don't know why I'm saying goodbye again.
Here we are. Podcast number 7.
Is it 7?
Let's go with 7. It's my lucky
7
number.
weeks worth of podcasts. You lucky people.
Lucky devils. Let's open some wine. Gasping.
Shall we? I'll open the wine
What
this
is it?
week. This is called Los Molinos Rosado Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a product of Spain. We've gone local.
We've gone local. How much was it? Do you remember? We bought it this morning.
€1.79, I want to say.
$1.79. We're loving the cheap Spanish wine. Do
Did
you know
get
what I
a,
love even more than the price? The taste.
Well,
Crack it open.
It's. I just wanted to let you know that it's the 2019. Most of the wines that we do drink are less than a year old.
That's fine. I like it. Rosado,
Right.
Tempranillo.
While I
Get
open,
that
why
open.
don't you explain where we are?
This is why you should watch on the YouTubes. We are currently sat outside our brand new home. We moved in yesterday, and so we have decided to set up on our outdoor dining table, which is so nice. We are definitely testing outdoor sound as well, so if there are any issues, then get over it.
We should maybe apologise in advance that nature could intervene.
Nature
Whether
could
that
intervene.
be a gust of wind, an insect. We do also have some stray cats
There's
that
at
like
least
to come
4
and say
cats around here. So yeah, we're sat outside our new home in Ibiza, which is in Siesta, which is just outside of Santa Eulalia, and we have settled in pretty well, and we're ready to record this week. But first, hit me with some wine.
Let me pour you first, my dear.
Yeah. What a sound. What a glorious.
We yet again
sound.
don't have wine glasses, so
We've got these nice little tumblers that we're drinking out of.
Tumblers, yet again.
It was either those or a port glass, and that's just like a thimble of wine, so I wasn't having any of that. Well,
cheers, love,
cheers
and welcome to your new home.
Oof.
Yep.
That'll do.
It's rosé, isn't it?
It'll do for
It's
this
wine.
podcast. We, I don't even know where to start this week because we have done so much.
Oh, do you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired this week. I'm excited to do this podcast because there is so much to talk about, but I am knackered.
We have done a lot. So obviously last week's podcast was our first week in Ibiza. This is therefore our second. But Quick maths. There's been a lot of stuff to deal with. A lot of life admin, a lot of going to the bank multiple times. We've come to this house multiple times. We have stomped around Santa Eulalia looking for things.
I'm going to guess a lot of people that are listening to the podcast probably do watch our YouTube channel as well, but for those where we've done a series and you can watch daily what we've been up to. But for those who haven't, quick summary. This week, lots of life admin. I don't know if the microphones pick up. What are they called?
I think it's the trees.
It's not the trees. There are certain insects that live in the trees that make that constant background
buzzing sound,
noise.
yeah.
And when they switch off, it's like, when you put sound cancelling headphones in, that's what it feels like.
It's just like that. I'm just checking the updates on our last week of videos, and I'm just going to read the titles. How to get residency and fail. hippie market in Playa d'Embossa, Last for Life tattoos. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
Tapas restaurant, beach day, signing a rental contract. So much. That's the last
And the one
week
that went
just
live
in
today
videos.
was New House.
New home went live today. So head to our YouTube channel, M&T. It's literally called M&T, and it's got our faces on it. So you're not going to be able to miss it.
You can't go wrong.
Lots happened. Let's just quickly talk about the tattoos.
Okay, let's talk tattoos because, yes, we both got new tattoos this week. Welcome to Ibiza. We were like, let's just get new ones.
We basically went, fuck it.
We did. We said, oh, fuck it.
Do you know what I like? Because we don't swear on our dailies, but we can swear on the podcast.
Swear on the podcast as much as you fucking well please, love. That's what the
Explicit
podcast,
content.
The podcast is basically
You always-
our form of therapy.
You always pick up your wine at the same time as me to drink it, but someone has to talk. You can't both just drink wine at the same time.
I'll try not to.
Okay, you're going to do it on purpose. You're so annoying.
So, yeah, we went and got tattoos.
Yes,
What did you get, love?
I got some finger tattoos. I'm showing the people on the podcast now. And
On
you can
YouTube.
also... Oh, jeez. So many technologies. So showing people on the camera. They're just little finger tattoos. I feel part pirate, part witch. I feel like voodoo-y. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean witch.
Do you know what? It's very IB3 though.
I love
I mean,
it.
I think you've laid the foundations for when you're a crazy old Ibiza lady, and you're going to
Next week.
But yeah, by this time next week, you'll be fully grey. You'll be crazy cat lady because there's cats here, and you've got little finger tattoos, which are very cool. I love them.
Thank you so much. I love
You
them
also
too.
bought new rings at the hippie market to go with your tattoos.
Yeah,
as well,
and we're going to
didn't
go to another hippie market next week, and I'm really excited.
It's
Yeah. What did you get, Matt?
you? I got, and there's no way to sort of beat around the bush with this. I got a T-Rex on my hand.
Show the YouTube.
The YouTube, there you go. For those
Or head to
who
our
haven't
channels.
seen
They're
already.
all on our
Again,
Instas
I
and
expect
stuff.
most people who are listening have got us on the gram and the YouTube.
See.
Yeah, I got a T-Rex skull on my hand.
You are super cool.
I think so.
And you call me weird.
I wanted a hand tattoo. The guy, as he was doing it, did ask, like, why? Why the dinosaur?
Why?
And the answer purely and simply was, I like dinosaurs.
That is, yeah,
I mean,
that was it. There
there
was
is
nothing else there.
No
Absolutely
further
nothing else there.
context required. I wanted a dinosaur, so I got a dinosaur.
How are you feeling about everything in general? Do you keep getting like animals in your
Yeah,
wine?
because we're drinking in nature.
Oh.
Yes. In general, do you know what? This afternoon, I feel really positive and good about things. This morning, I didn't.
Yes. Talk about it.
I was stressed, and we didn't sleep well last night. Our first night in the house, it was very hot.
thought you
and
slept
very,
well.
I didn't sleep
No?
particularly
Oh,
well.
okay.
I know you didn't either.
No, I slept
But
on
this
the sofa.
afternoon, I'm feeling better. We've just been out into town where we've bought more fans. Basically, the reason we didn't sleep well is because it is warm and we don't have air conditioning in the bedroom.
And we live in a stone house, so all throughout the day,
Yeah.
the stone just absorbs the heat, and at night it releases it. That's
We're
basically what happens.
We're learning how to live. We've lived for
100
5
years
years
ago.
in ultra-modern,
Yeah.
air-conditioned, like purpose-built
Yeah.
places where everything's just easy and comfortable. We're now living in, like we say, this building that you can see behind us if
Hundreds
you're
of years
watching
old.
is at least 100 or 200 years
Oh,
old,
100%.
easily.
Yeah.
So big stone walls. It wasn't built with sort of air conditioning in mind and things like that. So we're learning how to
Adapt.
get airflow and
Yes.
things. And
Opening windows and doors and airflow.
But I feel
and
more
stuff.
positive this afternoon because we went and bought 2 more fans on
Yes.
top of the 1 fan that we bought yesterday. And
Quick
I
maths,
think
we now have 3 fans.
we are a household of 3 fans, and I don't think we've stopped.
I'm your biggest fan.
Thanks, love.
So yeah, obviously there has been times where we have felt, I think it's such a big move, and I think we have to talk about how big it is and the effect that it might have on like your mental health a little bit. Not going too deep into it,
Yeah.
but it's stressful.
Do you know what? I think sometimes I forget how big a deal it is that what we've done because I think, do you know what? It's partly down to the amount of stuff that we're doing on probably social media and YouTube and things like that, and people are loving what we're up to. They send us comments and people call us and go, it looks amazing, you guys are living the dream, that you kind of wish that it felt that way.
Yes.
But some days it's really fucking stressful.
Yeah, and like unpacking yesterday, we were like hot and bothered, and we didn't really know what we were doing, and like we didn't have any shopping in the house, and we had to go into town and buy emergency duvets and duvet covers, because we literally couldn't sleep that night unless we went into town and bought stuff. So it is stressful, and I think we have to recognise that at times. And like, I guess if anyone else who's listening is going through these big changes and thinks it's all going to be hunky-dory, there are times where you will just switch. Because what happened to you this morning, which was really interesting, was like we were perfectly fine. We were eating lunch, we were joking about these things in the trees, and then you suddenly switched. And I was just like, okay, what's happened?
It could just creep up on you,
and
I
you
think.
couldn't really explain.
I think it just creeps up on you that we've done so much, and it probably from the outside can look like we've done really well, and it's been easy. It's all fun and rainbows. Really hasn't been. Moving country, I don't think it's ever going to be. Moving house isn't easy. No. Let alone country. So I do acknowledge we've done very, very well. I'm very grateful for the amount of work that you do for the life admin and stuff. But it's not easy. And you know what? I just feel as if today we made those few more steps that I feel as if I'm closer to us settling. Oh, 100%. And I'm looking forward to those moments where you can go, do you know what? There's nothing to do. And that's okay. Do you know what would be better? When we have internet. So we literally are living 100 years ago. Recording a podcast in the garden that's going on YouTube. 100 years ago. Because obviously I work from home. We do all of this YouTube and podcast. We need internet, and we were promised that there was fibre optic in this house. And we rocked up, and I called the guy from the internet company, Movistar. He came round and said, no fibre optic here. It's a house where fibre optic is available, but it is not here. So basically they're going to put a new wire tunnel in and wire us up. It's quite a big job next week. That. So I just said do it as fast as possible. Our landlord who lives in the main house, Vicente, he is going to help with all of this because I speak no Spanish. Do you know what? That's a big benefit. I think there's some ups and downs, I think, of having your landlord / owner of the house live next door. But a big, big positive was on day one, you need to have internet fitted, and we could just go, Vicente, sort this out, buddy. He's really nice. He remembers he says my name every time he sees us, and because he thought it was going to be difficult to remember on the first time we met him, but he's doing really well. He doesn't speak a word of English. We don't speak a word of Spanish. You're doing well. But yeah, he's a really, really nice guy, and he's already helped us out, and we've only been in for 24 hours. He's so lovely. So lovely. So he has the main house. He said that we can use the pool. He did. He's currently renovating the pool. He's having the pool upgraded. He's basically having it. Every year you generally do this with pools in Spain. You see the hotels do it. They just retile and make sure that it's all waterproof again, and then they refill it. So he said in a week or two his pool will be filled. He never ever uses it. Apparently, him and his wife, who obviously live there, he said something like, we have a pool, the pool was built, and you have to fill a pool, so it has to be. It has to. If you don't fill it, it looks terrible. I love it. But we never use it, and he said that we can if we want. He said we can, as long as we don't go in there at midnight and start singing. Yeah, that was his actual words. I think other than that, that's fine. I won't sing. So it's been a really, really great week, and what's been great this week as well is we've heard from a lot of our friends, and I reckon the questions that we have for each other this week are going to be quite good. They're very house moving related. They're not moving. I was going to say these are our friends we're talking about. They're not moving. They're questions. Not moving. How many? Can I ask before we get on to that? I want to ask you, what's sort of your highlight of the week? Jesus wept. What's been the best bit of your week, dear? Thanks, dear. There's been a lot. Highlight of my week is obviously moving into here, but I'm just also really happy with the fact that I've been able to work
and keep up with everything.
You've been really productive, actually, haven't you? Like, work has not been in any way sort of stunted or delayed because of all
but
this.
I don't
If
want
anything,
it to be.
it's picked up. Like, I think probably because of the amount of content we're putting out as well, more people are familiar with who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
You've been busy, which is great, which is what you want to be.
But and I don't want to get behind, and that's why I'm so kind of hell-bent on making sure that I can do all the life admin, stay on top of that, but also do my work and the clients I already have get what they've paid for, basically. And then I've had 3 new client calls this week, which are all kind of turning around, which is fabulous. And
for those who don't know, what do you do? Tell us in a sentence.
Oh God. So I am
maybe 2.
A social media nerd. So I manage social media, people's social media accounts, and I also do copywriting. So writing on people's websites, writing blogs and articles and press releases and things like that as well. So
nice.
I basically make things sound good.
You're good at fluffing up the words.
I fluff up the words, but
I don't mean to discredit in any way what you do.
I make shit sound good.
Yeah, not everybody can do that.
Yeah,
but you
so
have a natural talent for it.
I've written for a fair few websites now, and I manage a few social media accounts, and that's my day to day. So
good.
Like, if you ever see me, if people ever see us sat in a restaurant and I'm on my phone or something, actually working.
Yeah, it is one of those. I've thought about that probably a lot this week. That when we've been sat in cafes, bars, and wherever, a lot of the time it's because we're able to get on Wi-Fi and we're able to do some work. Whether it's that I'm editing something and uploading it for you, whether you're talking with a client, we probably look like the most antisocial. I bet there are old people that look at us and go, oh, the youth of today.
I actually think if you're on your phone, it looks different than being on a laptop, because if we're both sat there with our laptops and I've got a notepad out and you've got your headphones in and people can see that you're editing something, that's very different to what we did today, where we had to run down we literally had to go down to town, sit in a cafe. We ordered a protein shake and uploaded the YouTube, but we were both on our phones,
we were uploading from the
and
phone.
Yeah, so that just looks like we're scrolling on the socials, which I was, but
but it's your job. It's what you get paid to do.
It's kind of my job. So I do actually prefer going down with a laptop and sitting down, because people know you're working.
I don't really care what people think.
I don't care what people think, but I feel more professional.
You are professional.
I'm so professional. Do you have a highlight then?
Probably the moving in.
Yesterday was weird. We just kept stopping and hugging each other and going, "Are you okay?"
Well, I think we said either last week, maybe the week before. We've said it a lot, but let's be honest. Since January, and it's obviously end of July now, but since January we haven't lived in a place that we can say this is home, because in Dubai we moved out of our villa that was lovely and that was home into a serviced apartment, because the plan was that we'd be there just for a little while before we come to Ibiza.
Yeah,
that got delayed because of COVID, and so we ended up living in that for months longer than we planned to. Then we've come directly here, where we've lived in an Airbnb, admittedly only for 11, 12 days, but even that's not our place. And
it was very small.
So it's just felt, for the best part of 6 months, like I've kind of lived out of a suitcase,
which we kind of have,
and not being able to settle. And then yesterday it was just kind of like, this is ours.
Yeah,
and I can
we put the suitcases away.
Yeah, and they're
away.
empty. They're done.
Yeah,
I've got all of my clothes
nice.
in a wardrobe and in drawers
nice.
and stuff. And it's going to be even more exciting again in a few weeks when our stuff from Dubai turns up.
It's going to be like 5-6 weeks from now, where our wall arrives. Which
I think that's a thing.
If people, obviously, there's people that don't kind of know us. We basically have a shit ton of frames.
If you want to know what we mean by the wall, go to either one of our Instagrams and just go and scroll through, and you'll find pictures.
Shit ton of frames, and we decorate a whole wall with it, it's all memories and all stuff that's important to us.
But people always know that it's ours when they see, when
100%.
friends come and visit and family come and visit, they always look at the wall, and people just almost stop and look at it and want to know everything that's on it.
Yeah, it's a story.
I cannot wait for that to be up.
It's a story.
It is.
Love it. Shall we get on to some questions?
I think so. Do you feel as if that's a sufficient update on where we're at right now?
It's an 18-minute update.
Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah.
Oh! How's the wine?
The wine's good.
I like it. I feel like I might have to get
Do
the
you know
Don
what?
Simon out after this.
€1.79. I had a comment this week from Tanny, shout out to Tanny, where she was like, I'm loving the updates, I'm loving following your journey, but tell me more about these €1 wines that you're finding.
We actually had this bottle of wine the other day. We bought it and had it somewhere else. But the thing is, you've got, like, in Spain, wine is cheap, especially Spanish wine. So therefore, you don't have to go balling on a wine.
No.
Like, I haven't seen a bottle of Whispering Angel yet, but I will find one and I'll see how much it is in Spanish numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
But I am like €1 to €3 bottle of wine. Happy days. And we were looking today at cool boxes to take down to the beach.
Yeah.
That we're just going to put
Looking
wine
forward to that.
in.
We're going to do beach days that are cheap, like going to the beach in Dubai.
How it takes like 8 minutes to
8
walk
minutes
to the
at
beach?
most to get to the beach. And yeah, because it's a public beach, you can just take a cool box. You can take wine, beers, food, big old blanket.
Cheese, baguettes.
And that will be a lovely way to spend the day.
I love it. I love it.
Do you want to go first with questions from people?
Do you have questions for me and for us?
Yes, I do. So we said last week we put it out there that we wanted to change up this section of the podcast where people send in questions, and instead of it just being generic, if you send me something, it should be a question for the Tiffler. And if you send Tiffler something, it should be a question for me, which I think is a nice adaptation to what we've been doing.
I like it. Yeah, I really like it. But I do have some questions for us.
Okay, do questions for us.
Two posts.
Let's do that.
So, question number 1. What is your decor vibe for the new home?
There is definitely a new vibe, isn't there?
I'm so excited for it as well. Obviously, you can see it's like a stone. If you're watching, you can see it's a stone building. Like, you've got the whitewash walls on the other sides, and inside it's the same. It's these just thick stone walls that aren't straight in any sense of the word. They're not straight.
They're lumpy.
And it's like old wood and really nice. And so, like, my Pinterest is going crazy right now. We're thinking like a natural wicker, feather, boho. Boho is the word. Boho is the word.
Yeah. So
with some colour injection somewhere.
Yeah, because it's us and we love to sort of do just crazy shit from time to time.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a vibe. I think previously in other places we've lived, we've been a bit more modern.
We're very black and white.
Been very sleek, black and white, sort of clinical. I think this place, it's still going to be definitely us, signature M&T.
Yes, and that's the thing. We're going to have the M&T quirks in there.
Definitely.
Because we've got things arriving that we...
I mean, even when we were viewing and we put up picture of this place, people talked about how it's a little bit pikesy.
Oh, it is a bit pikesy.
And anybody who knows pikes will know that that's us all over. So, yes, there is definitely worth keeping up to date with our YouTube videos and our Instagram to see how this house sort of comes together.
I can't wait for like when we get like maybe 6 months down the line where we've really decorated.
Yeah.
And most things are done.
Yeah.
And we do a full-on like tour because obviously today's vlog was a tour of the house as it is empty, moving in.
There's nothing of ours in it right now, is there?
Yeah, so I'm excited to redo it, and it's just like how we've made it our own because like you've got there's a front deck on the house which I just want to make into this cozy chill out zone, shisha lounge basically.
Yep.
And then here you've got we'll have the barbecue area, and then the bedrooms I want to be really light and easy, and then the office it's gonna be great.
Yeah. And we haven't even talked about the outdoor gym, herb and vegetable garden.
I'm going to have an outdoor gym, guys.
Happening.
I'm going to have my own CrossFit box on the back of my building. And I am so excited. I realised that I was looking at gym equipment this morning when I couldn't sleep. And Rogue, who does CrossFit rigs, they deliver to Ibiza. So I'm quite excited about that. So they could come, I could just literally have that. Oh, it's next level. I cannot wait.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, fine. That question was from Katie Crookers.
Oh,
Thank
Crookers.
you so much.
Can't wait for Crookers to come out here. She'll love it.
We just need Prosecco and gin and happiness.
She may never leave.
And I'm
and
okay with that.
Fine.
Okay, I've got one more question for both of us. What is your favourite tequila? You seem to do a lot before you left Dubai. And is there a brand that you're keen to try?
Wow. whoever wrote this in, they're absolutely right. We did do a lot of tequila just before we left Dubai. And weirdly, that's not actually a normal drink for us. We don't do a lot of tequila, but if you were spending a lot of time with us in the last, say, 2 to 3 weeks before we left, you would quite easily go, these guys are tequila people. And that makes me think I want to be more of a tequila person.
You need the good stuff that you don't get like drunk on.
Well, apparently, no, this is where you've got it wrong again, love. So you've said this before. There is
No, you don't get a hangover.
Yes. You keep on saying there is this type of tequila. Apparently it's so pure, it's so good, you don't even get drunk. In that case, what's the point? You're wrong. There is apparently good tequila doesn't give you a hangover, but it does need to be the only thing you drink.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. I mix my drinks.
I think we both do.
So much.
I would love to do
mix
more
my
tequila. I'm going to be honest. I don't know enough brands of tequila to know if I have a favourite. So we found
one with a skull head. That was nice. So we
I like the
gifted
bottle.
To Jessica.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, skull head tequila
don't know what
is
the
lovely.
brand's
I don't know
called.
what it's called, but it's in a ceramic skull, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I would like to be better at tequila because all I really know is like Jimador or
and this is I think if you do good tequila
Jose
and you do it
Cuervo.
well, it stops being one of those drinks that's like, oh God, no, oh God,
White
no.
is better than yellow.
Apparently that's the type that is more pure.
All right, we're going to go on a hump of tequilas.
All right, tequila mission going
Smashing.
forward.
Do you want to know who that's from?
Well, I'm going to guess that's from Calvin.
It's from Tim.
My father.
Your father.
Oh, wow. All right, well, Tim, when you next come over to Ibiza, bring a bottle of tequila and we'll get you involved and on the podcast.
Oh, my God, Tim on the podcast. I might leave.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim. Do you want to go?
Well, Tim also sent me a question and it was directed at you. Far more sensible. Is there anything since arriving in Ibiza that Tiff thinks I should have done that before we got here? Is there anything?
That's like so geeky in life admin.
It's very life admin.
Should have done that
Is
before.
there anything that you think, we should have done that before we got here?
Probably cancel my UAE extra.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it was just an issue. Like, because I actually still have a job, I needed a phone number at all times. So I didn't cancel my UAE mobile number until I got here and I had a Spanish. But cancelling it, I couldn't just do on the app like it told me I could. I had to call, you had to voice activate the cancellation. But guess what? Because we were in Dubai, it was under Matt's name because Matt's owned everything in Dubai, which is great because here we've just done it the other way round. I am in charge of everything. My name is top on the list because life admin. That's it. Cancel my UAE phone number.
That's the only thing that you wish that you'd got done earlier.
Yeah, like life admin wise.
Other than that, you were ahead of the game on everything else.
Well, I was ready to move in April, love.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, there you go. There's my question from Tim for you.
We're on minutes.
We are. I'm just going to... Oh, no, I don't do anything to that. Excuse me. I'm just going to go and change the camera. He's going to
run round to the camera and...
Do you have another question for me?
Yeah, I have plenty of questions. Okay. Can I have more wine first? Are you ready?
Go for it.
Okay. Well, this has changed in the last day, but I'll read out the original question and then I'll read the edited question.
Go for it.
Would you rather be bald and boring or have bleached hair and be a vegan? Which is now bleached pink hair and be a vegan.
So I'm being asked, would I rather be...
bald and boring.
John Ashmore.
See. Or have bleached pink hair and be a vegan.
The dickhead.
The vegan.
Who would I rather be? Do you know what? And I'm going to be very diplomatic here. I think if you merge the two...
Oh, fuck it. They're you.
If
you merge the two, they're you. You are an accumulation of your friends.
I am the perfect human, therefore.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, I can't say who I would rather be.
Would you rather be a vegan?
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. No. You'd be boring and have a barbecue, or be vegan.
Or be, I don't ever want to be John McGovern.
Sorry, John McGovern. He's going to kick our ass for this.
And he loves it because we're talking about him.
That message was from John Ashmore, though.
So John Ashmore asked, would I rather be him or would I rather be John McGovern?
Yeah.
In truth, gentlemen, if the two of you could breed,
Oh,
I would rather be the accumulation of both of you.
no, that's disgusting.
Which
All
we'll
right.
do on the next Boys, Boys, Boys.
Oh, stop. Your turn. Oh, if you're bringing them here for Boys, 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 I'm getting a fancy hotel.
You can fuck right off.
Thank you.
Question for Tiff. Do you have a thing for gingers? And
That's for John McGovern.
do you love him? And I assume that's me. Do you love him in spite of that?
That is from John McGovern, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Are you joking?
That's from John Ashmore as well.
Oh, bloody not. They messaged us at the same time. I have never before dated a ginger.
Would you say I'm ginger?
Your beard is, love.
And there's nothing wrong
But
with
also
that.
it's
Turning in progressively grey.
Progressively grey. Stress of the move. I do not have a thing for gingers, but I have a thing for you.
You are pathetic.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Thanks, love.
Lovely. Any more
Is
questions?
that from John? Yeah, I've got
That was
loads.
John Ashmore.
I've got loads.
All right. This is good. This is kind of quick fire. Let's go. Keep going.
I hope I remember. Oh, yeah, I know who this is from now. Okay, one for Matt. Did you ever think you'd get a tattoo when you were younger?
I kind of did actually. Funny story. When I was 18, I booked in for a tattoo.
You chickened out?
I kind of did chicken out. I was heavily influenced by my mother's reaction to it, though. So I booked in for a tattoo, and get this, I was 18. Just stop talking and let me tell my story.
I didn't say anything.
So I was booked in for a tattoo, 18 at the time. Classic. I was going to have Bennett, but in Chinese symbols.
Oh God!
Along the inside of my forearm. And I was actually booked in.
I
for
thought
that.
you were about to say you're going to have it on your back like a football jersey.
No, God, no.
Oh my God! It's not called a jersey in football, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
It kind of is. Anyway, I was booked in for that. At that kind of age, and this kind of shows my age a little bit, but I would sort of, if you were leaving the house, I would write my mum a note and sort of like leave it on the kitchen side of like, oh, I'm out for the day, don't worry, or I'm going to my friend's house or whatever. Anyway, this one sort of said, this is how I broke it to my mum. Booked in for a tattoo.
You left her a note in the kitchen.
Booked in for a tattoo. I'll be out for the rest of the day. And I got a text message a couple of hours later. So she'd got home. I was out for the day. And it's something along the lines of, if you get a tattoo, don't bother coming home. Yeah. And her opinion on tattoos, I believe, remains exactly the same.
Well, she hasn't spoke to you in 2 days.
She's spoken to me, but she has not acknowledged the new tattoo.
I reckon we FaceTime her later and see what she says. We haven't had a response from any of the parentals about the new tattoos. I don't think my mum's seen them, to be fair. But your parents definitely have, because they watch the YouTube every day, like loyal fans, which I love.
Which they are.
But they have not said anything.
No.
What have you called that, T-Rex?
I haven't named it. Why would you know? I will name it, though.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I didn't know that.
So yes,
I actually didn't know that.
But then I got my first tattoo when I was 28, 29.
Did I know you then? Yeah.
No, I got my first one. How old was I when we got married?
Well, it was 2018.
2 years. Oh, I was 31.
So yeah, your first tattoo was technically when you were with me, and therefore your entire family blames me.
Well, they should. It's your fault.
Okay then. That was from Crookers.
Crooker's very interactive with the podcast this week.
She loves it, and I love her.
Okay. I'll just leave that one there. Question for you. Question for Tiff. Name 5 celebrities that you would have liked to have been in lockdown with.
Robert Downey Jr.
Times 5. End of question. Move on. Yeah. I reckon I could list these.
Go on then.
No, I've only got 2 in my head.
I'm going Robert Downey Jr., Johnny Depp. What's his name? The guy from Devils Wears Prada. The bald guy.
What?
He's the gay guy in every film.
Is he the guy that's also in Hunger Games?
See.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I reckon he'd be fun to hang out with.
Stanley Tucci, or whatever his name is. So that's 3. Should I put a female in there? No. Do they have to be celebrities? Yeah. So we've got Robert Downey Jr. Who have we got? Johnny Depp as a pirate. We've got Stanley guy, whatever he wants to be. Then I would go for someone like really interesting, I think. I don't know if I care.
Are you stopping at the 3? You
No,
haven't said
no.
Tim Minchin.
Tim Minchin, because he can play the piano and
That's
he
4.
can entertain
You've
us
got one
all.
more.
And it has to be a celebrity.
Yes, that was the
Okay.
question.
JK, Jamiroquai.
Nice. So you got a musical vibe
2
going on.
musicians and 3 actors.
3. That's
And
going
they're
to be.
all men.
It's going to be very diva-ish, isn't it? I feel as if there's going to be.
I don't think Tim's a diva.
No, I think no.
But also, if you're in lockdown, there's plenty of alcohol.
As long as there's a piano, you're
And a
sorted, aren't
piano.
you?
And they're all men.
You know that
shows
Robert Downey Jr. and Johnny Depp have both been in rehab. So having lots of alcohol is probably not a great idea.
Can we be in lockdown in Ibiza?
Yeah. The island
Can
is
we be in
yours.
lockdown in our own mini pikes? Yeah. Can I reverse that onto you?
No, it's not my question.
No, please. That's really
No,
interesting.
it's not my question.
I don't
I'll
know.
maybe do it next week if somebody asks it.
No,
It's not my
no,
question.
do it. I think reversing the question is fine. It's great.
Okay. Nuno,
Oh, fucking hell.
Ricky Gervais.
Oh! I
I
reckon he's a recluse.
I had someone in mind and I forgot it. No, I would need time to think about this because it's a big question.
You
I'm quite
sprung
happy
it on
with those
me,
two.
though.
Quite happy with
Just
those two.
Nuno
and Ricky Gervais.
They'd have nothing
Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah. Could I have Tom Hardy?
No, you can't. You've picked your 5 and he's mine. That's my 3. I don't need another 2.
I love it. That was a great question. Who was that from?
Your baby sister.
Jade. That's a great one. Thank you so much. One for you. When are we all going to go have a party on a yacht again?
A yacht again? So this is someone we've clearly been on a yacht with before. Well, whenever. I mean, that's fairly readily available here on
I'm going to find someone and
on
make
the island.
friends with a boat.
Yeah, you need to make friends with a boat person.
See.
So yeah, who's that from?
That's from Carl.
I
That's why
thought it
said
would be. He loved that day in Dubai, didn't he?
He did love that day, and it was a
great day.
There was like 5 of us on a massive
To be
boat.
fair, I've done 2 boat days with Carl. The day I met Carl, we went on a boat for my stag do.
Oh shit!
He turned up with no swim shorts, so he swam in his Ben Sherman underpants, and that's the day he met me, and he got well involved.
They watch on the tubes.
Of course they do.
Legends.
So yeah, when you guys come out, we'll figure something out. We'll
Yes,
do a boat.
for sure.
No problem.
Definitely. That's a great question. Nice. Yeah, and I love a boat party.
I'm finishing the wine, and I'm not giving you a dribble. See how that feels? So you micked me? You mocked me. You mocked me last week because I poured myself most of what was left and then gave you a dribble because I said I don't like to just pour what's left for one person. And yeah, I've done that and you feel offended by it. So I was right last week, you were wrong, and I'm not sorry.
Well, I feel offended.
Can I do questions for you?
Yep. I've got one left, so.
Oh, okay, do your one and then I'm going to do my last 3.
Okay, what drum covers do you want me to do for you?
John McGovern, you're so boring, except you're not. He's done some really good ones for me. I'm going to say...
I sent him our emo playlist. And
So that entire playlist then?
yeah, Fall Out Boy, go.
Every Fall Out Boy song. Everything by... who did The Black Parade? Chemical Romance.
Mm-hmm. By Chemical... It was quiz time.
Those 2. Anything by either of those 2 bands.
Vale.
So, backstory, John McGovern plays drums very well. I hate giving him compliments, especially in a public forum, but he is very good on the drums. And every now and again, I will put a request in of, I just like the drums on this song. He'll basically play them, video it, and send it to me. And that actually kind of makes my day.
I have just had a last minute
Oh, have you?
entry.
Give
it
me.
Why won't Matt reply to my WhatsApp?
Who's that from?
John McGovern.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Are you, because we were obviously talking today on our vlog, we've been talking about what we do on the daily. So are you videoing? Are you going to make this part of today's video? The fact that we are currently podcasting?
No, I'll just cut part of this in.
Fair enough. Easy.
So a quick hello
oh,
to
there's
the
a
daily
caterpillar.
vlog. Nature. We did warn you. Nature.
So this is the thing, right? I don't like nature. And we're now living in a place where there are bugs and spiders and flies and cats. And
are you just going to list animals? We could be here a while.
Elephants.
It's like Noah's fucking Ark.
You're a dick. Right, I have no more questions.
Okay, good.
I don't
was
like you.
I'm bored of listening to you.
Oh, I have
so,
no alcohol left either.
I've got 3 questions. They're all from the same person. And I'm actually going to tell you who they're from before I give them to you. These are quite nice questions, actually. They're not stupid.
Okay.
These are from Kay, and she is a very loyal listener and watcher of both the podcast and the YouTube channel. She's
Love
someone
it.
who used to work with me
back
in Dubai.
That makes sense.
She always comments to say how much she loves watching us, and I do know that she absolutely loves sort of like keeping up with what we're doing.
Lovely.
So I thought, and she
Hi,
sent
Kay.
me 3 questions to ask, and I
Okay.
guess we can both answer these. So I wanted to save them all and give Kay a little bit of a shout out because bless her, she is probably our biggest fan.
Oh, I love it. Hi, Kay.
First question, what is your first impression / feeling the moment that you now have a house?
Ooh, that's good. I feel slightly overwhelmed, I think, but I feel grounded.
Yeah, I was going to say feel settled.
Yes. I feel like we're now not going to move again.
Yeah,
So
that's the plan.
you can get into that routine of, do you know when you just like wake up and make coffee and have a glass of water and like
Yeah.
standard morning stuff? And I actually, because I didn't sleep at all last night, I watched sunrise from here, and it's literally sunrise from the sea because you can see the sea, and it was lovely.
Beautiful.
And I will sit out here of a morning and watch that. And yeah, I felt this morning, I think I did feel very, very grounded. I liked it. Yeah, it's
Good.
nice.
Next question from her, which kind of leads on really well. So you, after just over a week in Ibiza, do you feel like you're missing anything?
Unless like sometimes the ease of things, like
Deliveroo. You're going to say Deliveroo,
not
aren't you?
Deliveroo, like grocery delivery. Even though
Uber.
I can see the shop from here.
True.
I don't think I'm not missing Dubai yet. I'm not, because
No,
it's
I'm
been
not.
so busy. Do you know when I will miss Dubai? I will miss it in winter.
In winter,
Because-
because it will get cold here.
Because right now, everyone's just like, it's summer in Dubai, so they don't do anything in the week. Yeah, they might brunch on the weekend now, but it's coronavirus, so they can't dance and stuff. Like I don't miss it yet. I miss some of my friends, obviously, and that's why I keep trying to get everyone to book. But I don't miss it yet. So in a few months, come back here, and I probably will be like, oh my god.
Do you know what I think plays a big part in that is we knew what we were coming to.
Yeah, and we're coming to Ibiza.
Like, we know a lot of people when we've been, whether it's at the bank or even a taxi driver or chatting with anybody here, have been like, so how well do you know the island, and have you been here before, or are
Yes.
you on holiday? And we always kind of, I think, have a bit of a chuckle to ourselves and
We're
go,
like, "Mwahaha."
no, we know the place. We've been here.
Been
we
here
know
before.
it. Obviously, we're still learning.
This ain't our first rodeo.
Oh, you love a rodeo, don't you? Rodeo and a line dance.
Shut up, I was brought up on country music.
Yeah, you were.
Whatever. That's a great question.
And last one from Kay. Will you be learning Spanish?
I am
Or are
trying.
you going to rely on like signs and basic English and basic
No,
kind of
I
stuff?
am trying, and I do my Spanish lessons every day. I am debating doing an intensive course, which is like an 8-week or 6-week course when you go into a small group and you learn how to have general conversation. I'm debating it. So, because I'd like to, and I'd like to be better.
Yeah.
But I'm doing well.
I think you are. I said this on last week's podcast. There are times almost every day where I'm proud of how well you've done. I don't think you realise how much you probably have learned, because like I've said before, we'll get on a bus, get in a taxi, ask for a bill, get directions, go in a shop, whatever, and it is still basic, but it's enough that you can get by.
Yeah, but I know enough.
Really basically,
yeah, I know
but it's
enough
good
to
enough.
be like, I can ask how much things are.
Well, even
and
the fact
I
that
need a bag
even the fact that you know enough to say, I'm sorry, I don't understand, or I'm sorry, can we speak in English?
Yeah.
That, it's good, because it means you're able to sort of hold your own in conversations.
Ooh, get a bit of a... We've not been out here at this time.
No.
Sorry, just for everyone that's not watching, the sun is coming. It's like golden hour.
It is, and I'm glad I brought my sunglasses because the sun has just creeped below the trees now.
It's lovely.
Again, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see now, but the sun's come in. It's 7:30. We've got 2 hours until sunset.
Oh, God, yeah.
Lovely. Lovely.
So how have you dealt with the longer days?
It's weird.
It is.
Do you know why? Because
we're eating at like 8, 9 p.m.
We are, but also there's days where we've done a lot of life admin, a lot of walking, a lot of just like sort of getting stuff done, and we go, oh, it feels like we should probably go to bed, and it's blue skies, broad daylight outside.
Yeah. We need to either learn to siesta and have a nap in the day. Because
we did today.
We did, because I didn't sleep though. So, but because we wake up early, you need to have the same amount. So you need to nap in the afternoon and then stay up a bit later.
Yeah, we went shopping yesterday, didn't we?
Got that fucking wrong.
And we went into town, and all of the shops are shut for at least 2-3 hours in the middle of the afternoon.
Like 1 until 5.
Siesta is a genuine thing. It is a real thing, and it is alive and well.
Thing.
And yeah, we need to embrace it a little bit, I think, if we're going to survive the culture.
Do you have any other questions?
That is my last questions. I wanted to save those 3 from Kay.
They were great.
They
were really, really great. I have a little closer for the podcast, so I'm going to run off for a sec, and you're going to talk about what's going on in the next week.
Okay. I have no idea what she's run off to do. One thing I do definitely want to share is the last thing that I put on my notes before we go into the podcast is, we've said it a few times, we're running a YouTube channel right now. We're doing daily videos, and they've been really, really positively responded to, which is great. So thank you to everybody who's watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, everything. We really, really appreciate it. We love the amount of interaction we're getting. But a big milestone that we're approaching is 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So in the sort of 10, 11 days, 12 days since we've been in Ibiza, we've gained almost 100 subscribers on YouTube. And that is a sign, I hope, that people are enjoying what we're putting out there, and we will keep doing it. But we are probably a day or two away from hitting 1,000 subscribers. Now, to some, that won't
exciting.
To some, that won't be a big deal, but for us and our poxy little... our poxy little channel, that's a big deal. So thank you to everybody who is subscribing.
Thank you.
Please share it with other people.
Yes, please.
But we also want an idea from you. What shall we do to celebrate hitting the 1,000 landmark? I'm going to leave that with people.
Yeah, comment.
Either
please
comment on the YouTube channel if you're watching. Send us a message on the socials, whatever. We want your ideas. What do we do when we hit 1,000 subscribers?
And can you send us like the medal emoji?
Oh, yeah. We want the medal emoji.
Medal emoji.
People, if you've been listening before, you know what we mean.
Just send us a medal emoji.
Send the fucking emoji. It's not difficult, is it?
Fucking get it done. Right.
Tifla, you've come running back out very excited, and I can smell what you've brought out with you. What have we got here?
So, once upon a time when it was our birthdays or something, I can't remember why, we got a selection of shots.
We did.
From Tiptree.
We did. These were from my sister. My sister bought me rums and you vodkas.
Yeah, we already smashed the vodkas while we were in Dubai. But we now have a pineapple-infused rum.
Oh, from Tiptree Jam Factory.
From Tiptree Jam Factory.
Tell you what, I'd love a sponsorship from them.
Because we were supposed to buy Urbas again for this week, but we forgot.
Is this becoming a thing now? Are we going to end every podcast with a shot?
And if anyone has any shot requests, please do let us know.
Oh, tequila's going to happen.
Tequila's going to happen. All right, that's fine. This is what I'm fucking hoping for.
All right. Well, do we end on this? Is there anything left to talk about?
I don't think we have anything left to talk about. Thank you so much for listening. I actually love sitting out here and recording it, and it's the perfect
could
hour.
become a thing, couldn't it?
This could definitely become a thing. Just message us that you've been listening. I love hearing from everybody. You do as well, I think. And I think that's it for today.
All right. Well, thank you so much for everybody's support, positive messages and things on what has been a very exciting but stressful week of our lives.
Yes.
We are looking forward to settling in, and we're looking forward to updating you next week on even more adventures going on in Ibiza.
Cheers, Matthew Bennett.
Cheers. Pineapple infused rum. How is it?
That is fucking delightful.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
We need a big bottle of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Tiptree do the best Christmas pudding rum ever.
That's amazing.
That's really good. Oh my God.
Oh, we need more. Okay, bye.
Was that the whole bottle?
That's
Are we
the whole
done?
thing.
Oh,
That's
because
the
it was a
tiny little
miniature.
thing.
Okay. All right. We love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.